See that old Posie Parker's managed to get herself through a week without getting beaten up by geezers? Eh? She's done quite well, hasn't she, Voos? What do you reckon? Old Posie, she's going up to the Speaker's Corner, apparently, this Easter Sunday, which I can't think of a better place, really, for the goddess that is your Posie Parker. I mean, it's not the first time I mentioned her. If you look on my back catalogue, I've been banging the drum for her, really, for quite a while, because she's standing up for women's rights in a real women's rights way, not these Marxist lefty, you know. I heard some snobby bint on GB News, some lefty-looking journalist woman, I don't know what she was, and she said, oh, she's the voice of the female working classes. I thought, you snobby bitch. What's it got to do with class? She's speaking up for women, she's a woman. And to be fair, I think she is classy. It's much more classy than that old bin they had on GB News. That's why I don't watch GB News, they're full of shit. So, anyway, where are we? And, yeah, so she's managed to get herself through the week, VooTubers, and she didn't get beaten up by nobody. It's marvellous, isn't it? I reckon she's turned a corner. I reckon she's peaked. What do you reckon, VooTubers? So maybe she's getting some sense into them at last, because it's been hard work, hasn't it, really? I mean, it's been a long train coming, isn't it, really? Just explaining to men that we don't care if you want to pop on a frock, you wear what you want, love, but listen up. You ain't going in the little girls' changing rooms with them, and we don't feel comfortable. We don't feel comfortable. I mean, take me, for instance. When I get myself round about the place in London, and I happen to go into, so I'm round the Embankment, and I happen to use the ladies, and sometimes I have to wash my feet, and I have to take my shoes off, and I have to put my feet in the bleeding sink. Well, I'm not going to feel comfortable, am I, if there's a man there with a penis, am I? Eh? I don't care what he's wearing. Don't matter what, he can have trousers on, he can have a frock on, it don't really bleeding well matter. He needs to go and take his penis into a men's space, eh? Because, look at me, for instance, I got myself banned. Didn't I? Do you remember the other week when I was cross-dressed? They call it cross-dressing, don't they? To be honest, you know. And you've only got to look at them. Because the minute you look at them, you think to yourself, hang about, somebody was angry when they got dressed. So it's obvious, isn't it? And I mean, look at me. You can tell. I'm usually in a bad mood in the morning, VooTuber, as you see. So that's what the problem was. Everybody was getting cross when they were getting dressed. And they should just chill out a bit more. I mean, have a bit of devil's lettuce, whatever. Have a cup of gin, it don't matter what you do, but calm your shit down and just wear what you want, be what you want, but get yourself out of women's spaces. We'll leave you alone and you leave us alone, okay? Because I got myself banned. Because when I was cross-dressing, I'm sort of coming off it for a while now, VooTubers. I'm having a sabbatical from my sexual change, my gender reassignment. And basically, I got myself arrested by the police, didn't I? Yes, because it's like I said, you're being racist and genderish and whatever the word is, misogynist and all those isms and this. Because I am actually currently undergoing a sexual change. A gender reassignment, I said, Ossifer. And he said, leave it out, Gert. He said, you're bleeding topless on a building site. I said, I'll have you know, I am stripped to the waist, Ossifer. I am. I'm stripped to the waist because I want to be a man and I'm ready to get all sweaty and dirty with the men. He said, shut the fuck up, Gertie. He said, you got your tits out, bitch. He said, and you're causing alarm and distress to all the builders and you're outraging public decency. And that being said, we are now going to fine you all and bind you over. I did enjoy that bit. To be fair, I like that bit. And I didn't like the fine bit. They can whistle for that, to be fair. So, so I've had to drop all that now. Yes, apparently they said, I said to them, I'm stripped to the waist, I said, and I think you're being very, gender critical of me because it's not my fault. They are not breasts, they're my boobs. VooTubers, that's what I said, they're my boobs. And while we're on the subject, Ossifer, I'll just let you know that I've booked into a men's only gym from next week so I can work my boobs off. And anyway, I've got a public order offence against me now, so that's put paid to that, VooTubers. But I mean, it was good while it lasted, because men don't really want women in their spaces, do they? Well, not as wonderful as me. Do you know what I mean? Because they see me, I've been going through the menopause since, I don't know, about 1977. I have, VooTubers. And we're a protected species now, apparently, under some law or something or other. Carol Vorderman, people like that, they're about 80. I mean, she had her menopause back in the bleeding 60s, but anyway, stay with me on it. She's trying to convince everybody she's post-menopausal or some shit. And we're a protected species now, Futuvers. And it's like I said, well, I've been menopausal since the 70s, I have. Yes, I have. Every time men used to see me, they definitely used to pause. A lot of them used to freeze. They were like bloody rabbits in the headlights. And as soon as they got their faculties back, they usually scuttled across the road because they'd never seen a real woman in their life, Futuvers. You see, look at me. They didn't know how to handle me, Futuvers. And there's a whole lot of Gertie going on. That was, do you remember Led Zeppelin? That was about me. Robert Plant. Yeah, it was about me. Don't sound sad though, because obviously I don't like to ring my own bell, you know, blow my own trumpet, blow smoke up my own expansive derriere. I mean, if I did, I'd end up like a bleeding hot air balloon, wouldn't I, Futuvers, capiche? So anyway, yeah, so, why are they? Why are they getting themselves about the place, getting themselves angry when they get dressed up? I don't understand it. They need to chill out. That's what they need to do. They need to chillax and they need to eat Easter eggs and just calm the hell down and try to keep their hands to themselves and not go around the place hitting biological women. Because it ain't a good bleeding look, Futuvers, is it? It's bad and it's, well, it's abuse in it, but you can't tell them because it don't go in. They're as thick as mints. There's something happens to men. Once they stick on a load of bleeding makeup and a frock, their reason goes. So there you go, Futuvers. Anyway, look, I've got my dipper. I'm going to press it like that, and it doesn't work.